Why don't we do our first react? Let's get that pulled up. The first, I'm not sure, the first react that I indicated. It is, yeah, it's the TikTok one. All right.
Oh my God. What? What? He's going? What? I can't send a picture. Oh, no. Holy shit.
So the thing says POV, you ghost a guy after 2 dates and get this message. And as you see, she's scrolling and this guy sent her a novel, a freaking paragraphs on paragraphs. So before I get my take on this, we're going to go around the panel. We're going to have you guys... chat, can you just, one in the chat, if you were hearing the audio from the clip, it was just some girls giggling or whatever. Your reaction to this, I mean, 2 dates, the ghosting, the like that huge wall of text, your thoughts?
Well, I do think ghosting's a bit immature if you're giving somebody your time and they're expecting or hoping for another date. I think it's just more mature to address it and say that you're not interested. But in general, if I were to get that after 2 dates, I would be so icked out because it was not that deep. It could not possibly be that deep in 2 dates. So that on its own would be enough not for a 3rd date.
Sure. What about you? Your reaction?
Yeah, that's crazy. I probably wouldn't respond. And if I did, my response would probably be, I'm not reading all of this. So,
okay, sure.
Yeah, it's giving psychopath. So same, I wouldn't read it either.
All right.
Yeah, definitely projecting something that's in him, not what happened in the 2 dates.
Okay.
It depends how good the first 2 dates were. Like if they were really clicking and stuff, that would make sense. For her to ghost him, but I think you just shouldn't ghost people.
Okay.
I also think ghosting's emotionally immature. I've definitely been guilty of it. But I think my reaction in that position would probably be the same, like laughing about it with my friends, which is kind of fucked up, but.
I would say, I don't know, I think ghosting, yeah, no, absolutely not. I wouldn't do it. But I would kind of just be curious, so I wouldn't read it. I would actually call him and be like, yo, what is going on? Because I would be curious, because especially if the messages were negative and he's calling her names, saying like, oh, you're ghosting me after 2 dates, I thought we had a good time. Unless he was like, yo, like, what's happening? He wants an explanation, like, type of thing. Then yeah, I wouldn't read all of that, no. But I would definitely give him a call if the first few sentences were polite and he just wanted to like response, like, what do you do wrong or anything like that, I would.
Okay, Jake, any thoughts?
Yeah, it's just a very interesting peek behind the veil of what happens if you simp and what happens if you send these long, stupid messages, because guys think that girls will read it, and he's probably been tricked into thinking that, you know, girls, they like nice guys, and they want to read this long message from him. But really what they're going to do is they're going to show it to their friends and they're going to ridicule you. So that's why you shouldn't simp.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think ghosting's bad, but he's doing, like, sending a long message like that, even if you really liked the girl, that's way too extra. He's doing too much. Just take the L, move on. It sucks to get ghosted, but you just got to take the L and move on. I think my bigger criticism, though, he's kind of in the wrong for sending, who knows what the content is of that. Maybe he was insulting her. Maybe he was like, I don't know. He's probably, whatever it was bad. Even if he sent that long, crazy message, there's 2 things. She went and showed it to her friend group, and they were like laughing at him. But not only that, they recorded it and then posted it on TikTok, and it went viral. And I feel like that's
too much.
Whatever happened, I don't know. The guy already took an L. He's upset. Yeah, he sent you this like crazy long text, a little inappropriate, like that's kind of weird. But man, now it's an even bigger L, because they posted on social media. And I'm curious, like, it seems like women are more inclined to want to like resort to reputation destruction in the event of a breakup. Like, while some guys are gonna put a girl on blast publicly, women are way more likely, and it's way more socially acceptable to put a dude on blast publicly. So I wonder why that is.
Do you think it's because women are communicative more? Like, we're designed to talk with each other, and we're more socially
more disposed to gossip.
Yeah,
I'd say. Yeah.
Well, and also like the way in which men would handle conflicts, there would be like physical, like if two men have a conflict, there's an opportunity there for like a physical altercation. Women, while some women can be violent, physically violent, it's far less likely. And what women tend to do is they'll resort to reputation destruction. So instead of like confronting somebody physically, violently, no, I'm just gonna like have a grudge for like multiple years and ruin their reputation.
Yeah, it's the way they deal with things. I would say more.
You seem to be making a face. You disagree?
No, I was gonna say I do think that like in the context of if your friends know you're dating somebody and that it was done, and then he were to send a long message like that, it's natural to want to share that with the girls. I don't think think showing them the actual message and like making fun of it and laughing is natural. But if you know that your friend is dating someone and they're like, you know, I wasn't really feeling it, and look, he sent me this really long message, it was a little bit extra, I think that's normal. But like blasting him, showing the specific message and like laughing at it, I don't think that's kind.
Yeah, but it's just to say that Brian's point is that generally men definitely wouldn't do that to another man, because we tend to regulate our relationships in the sense that if we cross a certain line, then there's going to be physical altercations, or there's going to be physical implications for that. And we generally tend to have the same sort of rule with women as well, because it's just how we're sort of wired. Whereas women don't actually have that boundary in terms of gossip and reputation destruction. So they'll cross those boundaries like we've just seen there, and it's just they're more likely to do it because they regulate their relationships in a way that doesn't have consequences like that.
Yeah, I don't think there's the same consequences. I agree.
I think it might have to do with women not being...
Go ahead, just ignore it.
With women not being violent, so maybe it has something to do with like feeling a lack of power, and so they go for like an emotional hit more often. Not that it's okay,
because it's
but
repressed.
Yeah. And I also think that like I definitely have done this in my earlier years, but now would I say I would do this now? No. But I also think that young women, I think those girls were definitely really young in that video. So obviously it's purely jokes, you know what I mean? They don't think of it, the outcome of it, as you do when you're an adult. Like, you know what I mean? So yeah, the repercussions that it does to people's mindset and what it does on their livelihood, reputation, and everything. But I think when women grow, they kind of lean towards not resulting into that. You know what I mean? But I definitely did that in high school. But would I say I would do it now? Absolutely not.
Mm-hmm. Very high school thing to do.
Yeah.
Very.
Yeah. And you said, I think going back to what you said, Natasha, you said it's normal for women to like communicate those sorts of things, right?
Yeah, I don't think like specifically blasting like what he said or showing the message, I don't think that's nice. But in general, I do think if like you know that I'm dating someone, then it would be natural to be like, he went a little bit cuckoo and sent me this really extra message. Something kind of related to that I kind of take a problem with when it comes to dating is, and I mean, I don't think all women do this, but it seems pretty common. I guess going around the table, I'd like to know, do you, like, let's say you go on a date with a guy, you really like him, maybe you guys hook up, you got your friend group of girls or whatever, next time you see them, or maybe your group text, whatever, do you guys share details after you hook up with a dude? Like intimate details? Yeah, like... Personally, I don't know. Penis size. You've never shared penis size? You know, the same thing. Like when I was younger, I might have said something like as a joke, but I would never, like at this point in my life, no, that's an intimate thing where somebody's at their most vulnerable. I think that's totally inappropriate. Even like as a joke, that's disrespectful. Okay. What do? You share details?
I don't share details because...
You share details.
Nah, I don't. No, okay, so the reason why I don't...
You shared them in your rap songs. I heard them.
Lies.
Yeah.
Racks on racks.
Yeah.
I'm talking about getting money in my songs.
I heard some references.
Okay.
What you hear?
I don't know. I couldn't understand, if I'm honest.
But no, I don't think so. Like, well, not that I know I don't share like details like that, but it's because, unless maybe it was bad, and I was just like, oh,
Isn't that even worse?
yeah.
That's the worst.
Probably worse.
It's like
I'm
our
not
worst
gonna
fear.
give the details on like why it was bad. Like, oh,
Tell them if
tiny
it's
or-
good, not if it's bad.
No, I'm not gonna tell them if it's good, because then when some people ain't really your friends like that, whether they want to go try
They're
it,
gonna- there you
then
go.
then now
There
I
you
gotta
go.
whip your ass and his, because
There.
and then
That's
it's
a
my
friend
fault.
problem,
and
though.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying is.
Well,
is
if
it
he's
my
really
fault?
good, then why don't you just tell him he was really bad?
Well, because then you're going back to what I just said,
yeah, keep it
that
all
I
to
tell him
yourself.
it's bad, and then you just told me to tell him it's good.
Well, we have a chat here really quick. Spicy Ween 89. Sorry, our TTS is not working. The nickname Dark Labia equals spicy on hot. So own it?
Darkavia's been so mad at me for weeks now because I'm the one that started that joke on the podcast.
Was that you?
Yes, she literally said it, and guys, stop, dude. It's pink.
I'm not going to call it. I'm not. Hold on.
It's not dark.
What?
That's all right. Dark labias matter.
Yes, dark labias matter.
Fine.
No. I'm not going to call her it anymore because I feel like it's mean to make like so that's your name, you know, like
It's
I feel like
equivalent
it's
to a
mean me.
dick size joke.
It's Darkavia.
You're stuck with it.
Beautiful name.
Thank you.
I feel like the more upset you get though, the more they're
I know.
they're going to point it out.
And I'm just gonna keep saying it's pink. So.
Okay, that's fine. What about you? What do you think?
Yeah, I don't really like talk about it, but like I'm still with my boyfriend, so you know,
Yeah. Okay.
can't be bad.
Sure.
Wait, what was the question?
Like, do you share, like, if you just, like, first time hooking up with a new guy?
If it's really bad, I have to share it. Like
You have
one
to share
time, it was so small, I had to call my aunt.
How can you show us?
So no, it was a micro penis. I had to take a picture.
You called
and
your
call my
aunt?
aunt.
You
Yes.
called her
You
aunt?
took a picture?
I've never seen anything like it. I was in shock. I couldn't believe
let
it.
you?
He was so tall. The
Maybe
guy.
it was cold or something.
No, the guy was very tall.
How tall?
and
Destiny over here taking
He was like
pictures.
6'2". He was a tall
Yeah,
guy.
it's not that tall. Yeah.
Did he consent to the picture?
No, he did not.
Wow.
That's
Oh,
illegal.
yeah,
But it was not on
Destiny
mine. It
over
was
here.
just between me and my auntie, you know.
I said she
shit.
looked like a music producer before. This could be Puff Daddy's
No,
Puff
no.
Daddy's right hand girl.
Secretary, no.
Shit.
No.
Okay, what about you?
I don't do hookup culture, so no.
Okay, but I mean, you've, like, had sex with a guy?
No,
and
we didn't. Like when me and my sisters would talk, we didn't talk about that stuff.
Okay.
I won't share size. I feel like that's just fucked up. But definitely I'll share with my friends like details about it. The guy I'm currently seeing will make like sex tapes and he wants me to show my friends. But
Of him?
I'm not worried about my friends like I'm not worried about my friends wanting him because they have such different types. Like Darkavia likes Asian men.
And
This
Mexicans.
is a tall white bro.
And
She
Mexicans.
hates white dudes.
Okay. Cool.
For me, I personally wouldn't, because
Lies.
I know I'm so for real. I'm so for real. I literally I wouldn't unless one of my friends, let's say I hooked up with someone and one of like associate someone was like, hey yo, I know you slept with him. I was like, if it's cool if I sleep, like, get with him, whatever. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, like, I don't care, but you gotta give him a heads up. Basically, that's what I would do if they're interested in the person I hooked up with, and then I don't really care if they do it. But if it's someone that I've been taking seriously, no, absolutely not. That is my business.
She's telling the truth.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know how prevalent this is. Maybe it depends on, obviously, it goes without saying, it depends on the individual. But I would be pretty upset if I was dating a girl and her, like, close friend group knew, like, sexual details about me and I've never even met them. I'd probably dump the chick. I'd be like, because you guys might think, oh, it's not that serious. I'd be like, this is a major breach of, like, something that's kind of private, intimate. When it comes to my personal relationships, very private. And it's like, you just don't have that level of respect where it's like I would never, with my male friends, I would never go to them and be like, oh yeah, this is the circumference of her vaginal canal. I would never share that kind of details. I wouldn't show them photos if she sent me photos. I wouldn't share any of that. That's like for respect for her, and then our relationship would never share like any photos, any intimate details.
You never went to a Destiny party?
A what?
A Destiny party?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
What if she let you try something new and you were like hyped about it and wanted to tell your friends?
What do you mean try something new?
That's
don't know.
just the
like,
weirdest thing I've heard. Like,
what if you're like,
ooh,
dude,
she'd
she
like
let me slap her, bro.
Slap her.
I don't know. I'm
That's
just
like a
you
normal
asked for
Tuesday.
an
Chill out.
example.
That's
No,
a
but it's
normal
like-
Tuesday.
It's
I don't know. What if you walked in? But that's a good point, though. What if you walked into a house and she took you downstairs and she had like a dungeon with like BDSM and stuff? And you
I
were like,
wouldn't even share that.
Really?
I mean, it's a little. I don't know if I would date a girl.
I can't say I wouldn't share that.
I don't.
Do you share intimate details?
Did you wait?
Yeah,
did
I
I
don't-
just make that clear, or wait? What do you mean?
Like anything? Do you share anything?
Okay, here I'll walk you through a scenario. Hook up with a girl last night. This is just an not actually happened. Hook up with a girl last night, and then I'm hanging out with my friends the next day. They're like, "Oh, Brian, you went on a date with." They probably wouldn't even know I was on a date with a girl, but whatever. "Oh, you went on a date with that girl, whatever. How'd it go?" I'd be like, "Oh, it's good." That's it.
Yeah.
That's all they get.
That's normally how it goes down with guys.
We could have done crazy shit. And we could have,
Gone
crazy
into
shit.
the fifth dimension.
I do think that's really respectful.
Fifth dimension, crazy sex. Yeah, it was good. That's it. They don't get details. They don't get anything. And all I want, I'd like a little reciprocation on this from a woman.
But didn't guys started that whole thing like, oh yeah, her, like talking about the girl?
No, that's a girl. That's a look.
That's
Look,
not locker room barbershop talk.
I don't think we're like sharing
Not details. You know what I mean?
We might the conversations
Details
could be
gets
like
weird. Yeah.
we could be talking about sex as a general concept, but we're not like, yeah, I fucked Becky and her pussy. No, I don't.
There might be like the conversation of have you guys had sex, and you'd be like yes or no, but it wouldn't be like and then I did this. It's like it's not really a conversation you have with your boys. But I think the girls, they get into the weeds and they.
And to be fair, there's probably some guys that do talk like that.
Low
So-
quality
I
men.
think it's younger people
Yes.
in general, like
Yeah.
when they're less respectful.
When you guys were younger, did you?
No,
No.
never.
I
Never
mean,
did it.
I'm not. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
no.
you go ahead. Go ahead, Jay.
When you're younger and when you're first exploring it and you're like, with your other teenage friends, which you shouldn't be doing, but we live in a fallen world. But at that point you're like, oh yeah, like this happened. If it's like the first time doing something,
Yeah.
you like, tell the boys,
We have
Makes sense.
Shriva here. I saw Sexy Red's leaks and it wasn't pink either, and she said it's never pink. It was dark. I don't.
If I had an OnlyFans, dude, all y'all would be exposed because I'm telling the truth. For real.